Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and today I am going to teach you how to make shorts or pants from an adult item of clothing. This is a pattern that you can purchase on my website or on Etsy. It is on sale for the next week, so go and get it while it's on sale. The pattern has 5 variations. There are mid-thigh shorts, bloomers, knee-length shorts, pants with cuffs, or just straight leg pants. Explain a little bit of the details so that you can be able to make it yourself. The pattern is a PDF pattern, and you once you buy it and download it, then you can print it off with your regular printer. It comes on paper for size. It's letter size paper, and the pattern, it's separate like this. And when you put the pattern together, these black rectangles, they're going to overlap perfectly like this, and that's how, then you tape it together. That's how you tape the pattern together. So then you have your sheet of paper, then you have your big pattern like this all taped together. And some people don't like taping the patterns together, but I prefer it for kids, mostly because I want to have the pattern and then, cut it for a specific size, but then I can print it out and cut it for a different size for a different kid. So then you're not worried about, cutting something and then not having the pattern anymore in one specific size. You will be able to use it as many times as you want, print it as many times as you want, so you can use all the sizes. Here are some of the things that I have already cut. As you can see, this is the pattern. You see it, the width and height. In the pattern, there is a table that explains the height and the width of each size and each view, so that you can measure your item of clothing before you cut into it. You can see that it will fit, and you can figure out what will work. You might need to choose a different size. So use that diagram to help you figure out what will work for your clothing. When you're measuring your clothing, you will want to think about it as a rectangle, the height of the rectangle and the width of the rectangle. If you cut it certain ways, if you place a pattern in certain ways, you'll have a little more height because going in, the sleeve comes in, but you could use that as the waist section, and the width you need for, like the crotch and the inseam, you can have that come down here under the armpit. So sometimes it helps just to have the pattern come out ready, and you can put it on your item of clothing to see if it works. There are so many different items of clothing that you can use for this, as long as it is big enough. I would personally stay away from a women's or a men's size small t-shirt or anything that's a small. You probably need a larger size. It works with t-shirts, button-up shirts, woven shirts, skirts, sweatshirts, dresses. You can even do sheets or blankets. Really, as long as it has a hem that you can place the pattern on, that will become the new hem, you can use any kind of fabric that you want to use. So I'm going to just do some quick examples of how you can cut the pattern and what you can do. So I'm starting with this polo shirt, and this polo shirt has a really nice side slit that you can see here. So that is a really fun detail that I actually want to save and use it for the shorts that I want to cut. I'm going to reuse it without, having to sew it myself. So what you do is you're going to line your shirt up. I'm folding it on center front and center back, and I am lining up this opening like this. If you're having trouble, getting it to lay flat, you might need to cut through like the sleeves or something. That would help it lay flat. Then you would lay your pattern the hem of the shorts or the pants will line up with the hem of the item of clothing. And I'm barely fitting in between, you know, on each side. The pattern is fitting in, and I'm putting that slit right in the center of the shorts so it will look like it's on the side of the shorts. And then I would go through and cut this out. If you have something that has a side detail like this, you will not be able to use it as bloomers or the cuffed pants because you won't be able to put the elastic through this. It's a nice detail for the mid-thigh shorts, the knee-length shorts, or the straight leg pants. So this is a nice woven tee that doesn't fit me anymore, and this actually does have a nice side slit just like the polo. So if I fold it on the center front and the center back, you know, and line up this slit, then I would be able to line up these shorts and do the same thing where I could cut it out and save the side slit. This seam or this hem of the shirt is actually really, really thin, and I would not be able to put elastic in it because it is so thin, but it would still work really well for shorts or pants. So this is a men's button-up shirt. This is a shirt my husband used to wear, and it is not nice enough. It's a little stained around the collar and the cuffs, so it would work really well to make some shorts. So what you're going to do first is you need to button up the buttons so that it is all one piece. So because button-up shirts usually have a curved hem, it goes lower in the center front and the center back, and it comes up at the sides. It makes it a little tricky because the shorts have a straight edge along the bottom. So if you do it this way, where the center front of the shirt and the center front of the center back of the shirt is right here, and you line up just both sides with the hem, this would make the sides of the shorts go longer than the inseam of the shorts, so you can do that look if you want. You would have one side of the shorts would have the button placket, and you would have to sew it closed at the top before you insert the elastic, and you'd have an interesting detail on one side of the shorts, which is the button placket. But button plackets often do not button all the way to the bottom. They, you know, stop like 6 to 8 inches from the bottom. So you would want to make sure that you're okay with your shorts, you know, having an opening that goes up 6 inches on the side of your shorts. I think it would work best on the knee-length shorts or the pants, or you could even just tack the bottom of the button placket so that it's closed and it doesn't open. The way I like to use button-up shirts to make shorts is I like to fold it on the center front and the center back and, you know, smooth that out. So now when I have this shirt, the side seams are in the center and the center front and the center back are on the sides. And what I do is I put my shorts on here and I'm lining up this bottom hem and the bottom of the shorts on each side like this. I do, usually the back of a button-up shirt is longer than the front, and so you might have to angle your shorts, the piece slightly off grain to make it fit, but it's important that these corners of the shorts line up with a hem, and that would make, see how it goes up high here? That would make the shorts would have a curved hem where it's lower on the inseam and it comes up on the side seam. I have made a pair of shorts like that and they're really cute. It's really fun for little girls. So that's a great way to reuse the hem of a button-up shirt. Button-up shirts are even longer than t-shirts, and they have like an anti-wrinkle property, and so it works really well for kids because it's going to repel stains, it's not going to wrinkle easily, and you get a lot of extra fabric for the more formal shirts because they're longer than regular shirts. They would be a little bit easier to make the pants from because you can get them long and in larger sizes. The reason I originally designed this pattern was to use t-shirts and make them into shorts. It's my favorite way, it works really well. I'm going to show you how to do bloomers with a t-shirt. So when I do a t-shirt, I have the side seams on each side and the hem along the bottom. Then I take my pattern, I line up the hem of the shorts with the hem of the t-shirt, and I cut around it. T-shirts work really well because they usually have a 1/2 inch to a whole inch of hem allowance, and that is the perfect amount to add elastic to turn the shorts into bloomers. If you want to use a sweatshirt to make pants or shorts, I'm going to explain how to make a sweatshirt into the cuffed pants. It's really nice because sweatshirts have that thick ribbing hem at the bottom. That would be a great casing for the elastic. If you have a pair of pants like this and you line up the hem down here like this, so this sweatshirt is just a tiny bit too small. I would need to go down maybe 1 or 2 sizes to make it work. But you can see that the width right here, this is, you know, the inseam and the crotch where that comes together. You would have room to have it come out underneath the sleeve and then have this part of the shorts come up in towards the neck where you get more height but less width. But this would be a great way to make some cuffed pants in a really comfortable fabric, you know, to make little kid joggers. I'm going to explain how to use a t-shirt to make the cuffed pants and see if you can actually save the detail on the front of the t-shirt. It will become kind of like a design on the one side of the leg of the pants. So you lay out your t-shirt like this and make sure the hem is nice and flat. Then you would put your pants pattern on, lining up the hem at the bottom, and you would have your width right here under the arms, and then the pants would, then the waist of the pants would come all the way up to the neckline. This one actually just barely fits in. I think I would have to stretch the sides just barely because it's not quite wide enough right there. But then if you can see, one leg would have this whole design right here on, you know, kind of like at the top of the thigh right here. And when you sew these pants, that would become the one side of a thigh like this. And it would, you know, it's a great way to save a t-shirt design. If you're using a larger size, then I've found that maxi skirts or maxi dresses are the best way to get the length and hopefully the width, you know, depending on the design of the skirt. You can also use sheets or blankets. Those will work well also. So this is a dress that I don't wear anymore, and you know, you can see how wide and how long it is. So if I were to line up to the bottom, I would have still lots of space up here at the top. And this is probably like a mid-thigh dress, but it is a very swingy, you know, very loose style, but it gives you lots of fabric to work with for making the pants. You could probably go up to a size 5 or a 6 with this dress, and it would work really well. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see all of the shorts and pants and bloomers that you make.